Hey everyone, it's Charlene. I know I've been gone a couple of weeks, but I am back and I'm super excited to make a card using some of the brand new release from Honeybee Stamps. I am using this super adorable, lovely layers craft card. I mean, this release is all about your crafty goodies. And I'm going to also use some of the items from the Lovely Layers paper crafting supplies, which coordinates perfectly, as well as the Lovely Layers arts and crafts supplies. This entire release goes together really well. You can see lots of crafty goodies here, like a glue gun, spray bottle, yarn basket that you can hold crochet needles in, and then we have glue, we have stamps and dies and little baskets to hold those, ink blending tools, all the fun crafty goodies that we have in our craft rooms. For my sentiment, I'm going to use the Don't Worry, Be Crafty stamps and coordinating dies. So let's dive in and make a card. I picked out a couple of different aquas here, as well as a brushed silver for the different layers of my card. So I'll go ahead and start by cutting these out with my die cutting machine. It might be a little hard to see here on camera, but these dies, there are 3 different ones. There's 2 different detail dies that have fun embossed details on them, as well as a 3rd plain one. So you could do all 3, cut one 3 times. Totally your choice here to make a fun craft cart. I'll add glue to the back of each of these, and this layers perfectly over the base piece of the cart. This smaller piece here lines up along the top of each of the 3 basket pieces. So I'll add some glue to the back here, and to make it easier, I would suggest putting it on before you actually glue these to the base piece. So I'll go ahead and do that to all 3, and then I can glue the 2 remaining kind of basket pieces on here onto my cart. There is a 4th long thin piece. I've added glue on the back of it, and this is meant to go right along the center of the middle basket. So there's these little nubby edge pieces so that you can see where to line that up along the center. For the bottom wheel pieces, add glue to the sides of the wheels. I love how Honeybee does this. It's ingenious how they put together their dies. But you're going to put your wheels towards the right so that they line up along the edge, and then it looks like you have 2 layers of wheels. So you have 4 wheels on your cart, not just 2. You can make this cart look very different depending on the colors that you use. White, silver, any color of the rainbow. I know there's so many different craft carts out there. Next, I'm going to die cut some of the small items from the paper crafting supplies. I'll start here with this small, adorable blending brush. I can't get over how cute these things are. I'm going to cut this out several times in white cardstock because I'm going to make a rainbow of blending brushes. As I was cutting them out, I placed them down here on a piece of Low-Tack tape. And now I'm going to use alcohol markers to color everything in. So I'm starting with RV 0.2. I'll color one of my brushes completely with pink, and this is just to save myself time so that I didn't have to pick out all the different colors of cardstock. It's a great cost-saving tip. I am going to add a little bit of color also along the edge of the top layer piece. It ends up not needing that, but you'll see when we get there. I have OR 1.3, and then I have Y 1.2, BG 2.3 for a nice teal, G 0.4 for green, B 2.2 for blue, and then BV 1.2 for my purple. Everything's colored in now, and this is where I realized that I actually colored the wrong side of the tiny little topper piece. So let me show you how this goes together. There's a little embossed curved detail, and your brush is going to line up right along that embossed curved detail so it looks like the bristles are sticking out of your brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my glue, put a couple of little dots to the right hand side of that curved line, and then I can take my brush and I'm just going to lay it right over the top. I cut out a second white jar because I decided all of these brushes in one jar would just be too much going on. So I'm going to split these up. Now, if I wanted to, I could color on the edge of the brush. I decided I really liked how these looked with the white bristles. So maybe they're freshly cleaned or brand new. I don't know. Mine don't look that perfect, I will say. But I'm going to take these up. I'm going to do 3 on one jar and 4 on the other jar. So I've just arranged them how I like. And then I can bring in my glue and run it along the back of each of those brushes. Having a little fine tip on your glue makes this kind of work really easy. And then I'll just hold it in place while it dries a little bit. Honestly, cannot get over how cute that looks. So I'm not going to add these right away to my cart because I'm going to wait until I have a variety of different items so I can decide for sure where I want to place everything. I put together my second jar of blending brushes, same way I did as the first one. And then I cut out this die right here. I cut it out in white cardstock as well as in acetate. You can see it says stamps and dies on the cards. I know a lot of people categorize or organize their stamps and dies like this in clear little containers. How cute is that by using acetate? I'll bring in a few of the items from the Arts and Crafts lovely layers. I'm going to cut this ruler out from some craft colored cardstock. I'll do another white jar, and then I'm going to cut out a glue gun, a water bottle, and some scissors using a couple of different colors. So I'll go ahead and die cut these. The glue gun is 2 layers. There's a base layer that I'm adding some glue to here now, and then there is a top layer, which I've chosen to do in a color, so that way my glue stick that's sticking out the back looks like it's white. Such a fun little glue gun. For the scissors, I'm adding the tiniest little bit of glue around the center circle of the larger piece, and then layering the second handle over the top. I used some brushed metallic cardstock for this. Really fun looking, adds a little bit of shine. For the little spray bottle, there are 3 different layers. I'm starting with the main base that I have cut in blue, adding some glue to the top, and then adding a white nozzle layer, adding a little more glue, and then I will adhere the rim piece, which I've chosen to do in blue as well. You could do something really fun here where you cut this out of acetate or white cardstock and used alcohol markers to color some water in there. So many different options with this. For our last little item, I'm going to create this cute notebook. I cut it out of purple brushed metallic cardstock and white cardstock. So I'm adding some glue there to the center of the purple piece and putting my white label along the center of the notebook. And then I'll take a little bit of glue and run it along the edge of the purple piece, and our metal piece, which is the binding for the notebook, is gonna line up right across the edge there. Okay, now I can go ahead and stamp out my sentiment. I think I will use this for my Crafty Friend sentiment here. It's very cute. Ink this up with some intense black ink. So I'll go ahead and stamp and lift. And how cute is that? While I'm here, I'm not always the best at this. I am going to stamp the inside of my card base with a sentiment. So I used another one of the sentiments from the set. It says, "Life is better when you're crafting." Same intense black ink, looks really cute. Got some Low-Tack tape to hold my die in place while I cut out my sentiment. Low-Tack tape is your friend. I'm telling you, if you don't have some, you need some. It keeps your stuff in place, doesn't tear your paper. It's so nice. I did cut out 2 extra in just plain white cardstock so that I can layer these together. And that's because I know I'm gonna have part of my sentiment floating a little bit, and I wanna make sure that this is nice and strong and isn't gonna get bent when I mail this off to a crafty friend. I'm ready to go ahead and put together my cart. I have all of my items here. I'll flip it over and add some glue along the back of the top basket area, and then I can tuck in my blending brushes here at the height that I want them to be. Liquid glue is definitely your friend when you are putting this together because it gives you that little bit of wiggle time to decide where you want to put everything. add a little more glue to the back, and I'm going to put my water bottle here along this top area as well. I've got those cute little scissors and ruler. I'm going to start by putting my little container I created on first. And the reason I did that was because I wasn't sure exactly how far out I wanted to put my scissors and my ruler. So I decided to put that on first, and now I can just tuck in the ruler as well as the scissors and have them be at the height that I want them to be. I made them go a little bit above the top level of that basket area, the open space. Added some more glue. I can tuck in my cute little glue gun, glue along the bottom, and I will tuck in my stamps and die little containers as well as my little notebook. You can see it's kind of haphazardly tucked in there. Do you guys ever throw stuff in your craft carts? I know I do. For my background, I am actually using the freebie for this release, so definitely check out what you need to do to get this over on the Honey Bee Stamps website. I will have the link down below in my description so you can check that. But this freebie has a variety of different papers. I'm not sure. I think the papers vary depending on the package. So they are all super cute though and go along with the theme. So I'm going to pick out this cute rainbow background piece. I could put it all together just like this, but I feel like the background doesn't quite fit spatially with the cart. So I'm going to cut it down. I think that's going to fit much nicer and feel like it's all part of that piece. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense here as you're watching. So I'll add glue to the back of my die cut rainbow background piece, and I'm just going to glue this directly onto my card base, and then I'll have a nice white background, but I'm not going to have an extra layer of cardstock. I figured my base is white, why not put it on there directly. I added some foam tape to the back of my cart. I want to show you something though. I am going to have my sentiment here on the right hand side of my cart kind of floating off because I don't want to cover all of my supplies that I spent all that time creating, all those cute little things. So I'm going to slightly offset my cart from the center. Here it is at the center. I'm going to slightly offset it to the left. Not a ton, but just enough so that the whole piece still feels balanced with my sentiment going off towards the right there. So I took the release tape off, laid my cart down, added some glue here to my sentiment, and then I'm going to glue it so that I can still see a lot of my pretty little things. Added a little bit of supporting foam tape that I doubled up here to the right hand back side of my sentiment. That's going to help keep it supported as it goes through the mail. And that's it. The card is done. It is so cute. If I got something in the mail like this from a crafty friend, I would squeal, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. It's so adorable. I hope you picked up some tips and tricks today. Please be sure to like and subscribe as well as hit the notification bell so that I can continue to bring you more crafty content in the future. Until next time, happy crafting.